All right. So, topic of this video is what the hell is this thing? All right. So I get that a lot of times from students. Is it's a weird looking gear. It's kind of hard to figure out what would you use something like that for. Why does it have bolts and springs in it? And just for you guys that are new to the channel, just like the card says, welcome to Charlie's Garage. So moving on. This is called a scissor gear. And what I'm missing in this scissor gear is there would usually be a set of springs in each one of these that help adjust it. So what a scissor gear is it's a product that allows you to install a gear set with less backlash in it, but still allow room for heat expansion. So start off by saying that you need a little bit of backlash, a little bit of lash in your gear so that when the gears heat up and expand, they don't break their teeth off, right? But if you put too much lash into a gear set, it's going to make noises and could potentially cause wear there as well. So in order to prevent that and have less noise, they came up with what's called a scissor gear. So what's unique about the scissor gear is if you look at it from this side, it just looks like a gear. But if we turn it around this way and look at it, we can see that it is actually two gears, right? You have a smaller gear and a bigger gear right here. And what that means is that I can put this gear on, mesh it with another gear, and I can set this to about maybe say 3 thousandths, 4 thousandths of lash. And maybe it needs 8 thousandths for heat expansion, but what's going to happen is that as it expands, it's going to compress against those springs that I talked about that are missing on this one. And eventually what's going to happen is the two are going to rotate and line up like they are right now. Let me get this in focus, right? So initially when it's cold, there's going to be a gap in those like this, but then when it warms up, boom, right? So now I don't have that clanking, that wear, but I also have room for heat expansion where I'm not going to break teeth when these things heat up. These are very cool creation. I've been told that they were created by Toyota for their gear trains back in like the 70s or something, and then diesel manufacturers started using them in engine gear sets, but I might be wrong about that. It's just something I was told. If you know the real story, let me know in the comments. This specific one, this scissor gear is a cam gear out of a Cummins ISX type engine. And another thing that is unique about these gear sets is that you look at most gears, when you put them on a shaft, there's a keyway or something that lines it up to where it only fits in one direction. And then you time it that way. But this gear set, if you look in here, there's no spot for a keyway. It's just a perfectly round bore. So when this fits over the end of the camshaft, it's actually interference fit. You have to heat this up and get it to expand, and then it'll fit over that cam. And then once it cools down, it grips that cam and holds it pretty tight. And then you have the retaining bolt nuts that you can put on it. This is one where you wouldn't want to put any kind of lubrication in here because that would kind of delete the point of having it grip it tight, right? So you put it on dry, heat it up, put it on, let it cool down. So how do you time your camshaft to your crankshaft if you're just sliding a gear on loose like this? Well, on the overhead cams that you do this on, you usually have what's called a cam wedge, and you put that wedge underneath a cam lobe and then rotate the cam until that wedge stops it. Then you put this gear on, and then you take your crank gear down below this and rotate it to a certain timing position where like number 1 and 6 are at top dead center. And then you put the idler gear in between those two gears, and now the crank is timed to the cam. So I hope you learned something in this video about scissor gears. If you have any questions about them or any questions about cam gear timing in these big engines, just let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll make another video about it, or I'll just answer your question. Again, thank you. Please hit the like and subscribe button. The videos are growing, the channel's growing, and I appreciate all you guys that watch. Have a good one.